Philly fan. Philly fan.
Alright, man, we in the building with Stacks Ruega right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. For those who ain't familiar with you, just give them a brief rundown about who you are and what it is that you do.
Stacks Ruega, for those that don't know who I am. Uptown. I mean, moving around a little bit, you know, trying to put the pieces to the puzzle. I don't know. I feel like they should know who the fuck I am already, man. Like like it's more so like for the out of towners and all that, like the city. I mean, well, you know, this joint moving and all. It's Philly F.A.M E, but you know, this joint definitely moving. Shout out to Philly F.A.M E. I heard a lot about it. I mean, this is my man from day one, but it's like niggas talking about the shit, but you know, everything's a go. Richard Heart Management, straight like that.
Right. So you say you from Uptown. You know, for the people that don't know, where at specifically?
Brickyard.
Brickyard, right?
Yeah.
So you know, you grew up in the area. You know, Spittage, Tech 9, all them type people. You come from that area. I mean, so give them that rundown, that spill, like growing up coming from that club. You know,
it's crazy because Chic Raw just DM'd me. Send me my number. That's my man. And it was like a dispute, but between him and Spittage. Rest in peace, my man Spittage. Tech my blood, you know. Tech. I mean, he was fucking with Spittage. He from Wayne Ave. And Chic from, you know, he back top of hockey. I'm from the yard. I'm a young nigga. I'm climbing, grinding, moving, fucking the rap scene up and all that. And Lil Man is that's my man at the time. That's my, you know, we running around doing little shit. So Chic like, you know, fuck with us, and Spittage like fuck with me. So I do some shit with Chic and them, and I do some shit with Spittage and them. And in the same token, the next track, Spittage come at Chic and Vox. So I'm like, damn, the fuck, this shit crazy, man. I don't know. I mean, now I'm in the middle. Now Spittage come up, he come up Germantown. I'm in like 10th grade. He come up there, 40 deep. Yo, what's Stacks? He come, I mean, walk me down the Ave. Yo, man, he really talking to me like, yo, fuck with me, like. I'm like, damn, like I ain't really trying, like. Being, you know, these both my folks. Like, I mean, I'm talking to Chic on the same token, but you know, I ain't playing no sides and none of that. Like, you know, they both folks. And then a little bit later, you know, like a month or two later, Spittage got killed. That's how that shit went. But it was like, I mean, he, you know, like they, you know, they ain't never beefing now. Him and Chic was like, they talked to each other. Matter of fact, and they was saying, you know, that shit was, it was damn near all love. Matter of fact, the day Spittage walked up there, Chic was up there. You know, they spoke and all that. That shit was to get their buzz up and all that, but you know, Spittage was at the wrong place at the wrong time. They were saying they wanted meant for him and all that stuff. You know, that's how that shit be going sometimes. But he definitely was one of them that was going for sure. Like he might be my favorite Philly you know, artist of all time.
No, definitely Spittage
like
was definitely
rap.
that.
Spittage might be my, like, no, not because, you know, he ain't here, but it was like he.
No, if you was around at the time, you definitely know, like, what's understood ain't gotta be explained when it comes to spit. R.I.P. to spit. Man. So you ended up being down with the Shotters. Like, you ended up ultimately joining Chic Raw and them, so give them the spill on that.
Yeah, that was, it was alright for me. I ain't got no, like no bad, you know, it ain't not like Chic my man, like Lil Man, you know, I fuck with everybody. And that was like more so everybody got locked up. Like I was still holding the Shotters down. Like everybody was locked up. Chic was booked, Lil Man was booked. You know, Tex and them weren't really doing too much. You know, they weren't really on the rap shit too heavy. Other niggas was moving around, whatever, doing what they was doing. But I was holding that shit down. Like every DVD mixtape it was Shotters, free Chic, free Lil Man, and straight like that. But niggas got booked and came home, and you know that shit more so grew out like all the other, like, you know, little areas and all that. That shit like died down, but we all remained like homies on the same hand.
Right. And you know, we just did the interview with Bricks recently. Shout out to Bricks, know what I mean?
Bricks.
And he had mentioned the battle with you in that joint. He said that was one of his best battles. It didn't get recorded, know what I mean? But he basically said that was a good battle, know what I mean? So you can get your side of it.
They ain't recorded because they was saying like they ain't wanted to be like. I feel like they ain't like, if that battle would have came out to you like no bullshit, I took off. Like I ain't like we was rumbling, like we was in that joint mixing. We was 2 pits, like that shit was crazy, and it was like 4 or 5 rounds, like back and forth, like it wasn't no wonder. Like we really wanted. I mean, and it was crazy because he had a lot of people. I was like, damn, I ain't really trying. I ain't want to battle the nigga. I said, I'm cool. I was watching the DVD shit and all that. My confidence wasn't even there. But when the nigga, you know, he stood in front of me, he said, fuck with you, bro. I said, oh wow, yeah, damn. I mean, that boosted me a little bit. Like, damn, niggas watching. I mean, shout out to Bricks, but we definitely got it in. That shit was heavy.
Yeah, shout out to Bricks, man. Like I told you last time I seen you, bro, I was like, yo, you one of the guys in the city that I seen over the years always be have a little wave, have a little run, then get booked. Come home, get right back to it, little wave, then next thing you know, they saying Stacks Ruega booked again. So I'm like, damn, what the? So you gotta get the people to still like, you been around, like why they keep seeing you in spurts? Like you gotta let them know, like why they see you here and there.
Cause when you in the mix and when you be doing shit like you I don't know, like you end up in shit. You just like sometimes you put yourself in shit that you ain't even in just by being around and being somebody. Like when you born, they gotta like involve you and put. I mean, cause without that, it ain't really going. I mean, or like the cops, like whatever. Like I don't even be. Sometimes it don't even like. I mean, I really be around and just be. But you know, I'm so stand up. I ain't never going. I mean, that shit ain't gonna be like that or that. So you know, and you know, I just be in the streets. Like you know, sometimes that shit. You know, I might get caught up. You know, trying to survive and take care of my folks, man. You know how that shit go. I ain't really gotta get too deep into that, but that's how that shit be.
Alright.
I don't bother nobody though. I mean, I just want my money and you know, make my little music.
Okay, I feel you. Alright, so at one point in time, was you fucking with OBH? I know you got a relationship with Ed. Was you ever a part of that before though? Like, give him that spill.
Yeah, for sure. That's folks. Like you already know. Like I mean, that shit helped me out a lot. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like we Ed did a couple Jones that like took me over the top. Like world star shit and all that. Like you know, he was showing me love. He was dropping verses on me. Like whenever I had him, I mean, videos he pulling up, like I mean, that shit definitely helped me out a lot. Like a lot of shit I did. I mean, like I ain't really gonna say I regret. I mean, you know, we still like everything still A1 and all that. We, you know, like I said, like I be more so I'm ADHD to like shit. I really be moving. Like I can't stay still. Like and I be like doing. I mean, jumping like, and that shit real. Like so when you be doing that, you be feeling like. You don't want nobody to feel a certain way. You want to just move. You want to just run. And I mean, you just do that. Like so, it'll be like you can't be like I just can't be. I don't know. I just drop and try to put my shit out there. And you don't never want like Ab got the light. You know what I mean, so it's supposed to be that. And I know. I mean, you know that. So like you can't really try to do too much. And I mean, you gotta go ahead and let the star players shoot. And I already had everything to go, and I didn't want to feel like I was like bringing them into it, like, cause you know Razor, shout out to Razor my man, Razor with everything to go. I had got locked up, and I told him like go ahead run, you know, good money, and they bought, I mean, and that was you see what he doing, he's still moving, he got his, you know, he popping and all, he got his shit moving and all that. And I had Trench Boys, I had Ratchet, it was like too much. I just ain't to sum it up. I ain't want to feel like I was bringing them or try to like bring them because they doing their own thing and you know there's a lot of people, so I just was like damn, I'm gonna just try to get everything to go shit popping like, and you know, and see where I go from there.
Okay. Alright, so I see you got the Rich at Heart mixtape series. You right. dropped a couple of them, so give people the spill on that.
That's got something. I mean, that Rich at Heart was like the management. And that's another thing for the whole rap situation. I got that fucked up. Like when I came home, my folks had started the Rich at Heart shit for me for the management. I'm thinking this more so like I don't know, like I ain't understand how the whole management situation worked. So I really start pushing that shit and rapping, and then motherfuckers start like, damn, oh you rap with them? Don't you rap, man? And I'm like, damn, and it was fucking my head up. So I just start going, and then it was. I mean, you know, me and A talked, and it was like, all right, you know, we good, like, so, like, I'm gonna keep moving and all that, but you know, the Rich at Heart is a management, and that's what I had to realize, is just management, strictly management. It's only my management, it's not who I rap with, it's not a rap group, it's none of that shit, like, Everything's a go is what I'm trying to like push right now. As far as the Trench Boys, Ratchet, they from Trench Boys from out Cleveland. We got Trench Boy Bricks, Dollar, Trench Boy Fats. You know, free my nigga. Matter of fact, Mook just came home like, you know, tell him, like, I don't know, you know, we just, I mean, that shit good.
Okay, so tell them about the mixtape. I know you just dropped a joint recently.
I dropped Richard Hart 1, 2, 3, 4 within like the last 16, 17 months. 4 was the last one I dropped. I got a lot of different like inputs on them tapes. Like some niggas were saying 2 was definitely the best. It was for the streets. 3 was, some niggas were saying 3 was the best. Females like 3. It was more industry. 4 was like more mixed. I mean street and industry. So it was like 5. I'm gonna take my time on. I ain't even gonna drop 5 yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just drop like 3 singles, 4 singles, videos, push them Jones, see how they do, and then put a tape out. I ain't really gonna rush the tape this time because I feel like, I mean, 4 tapes, they on my mixtapes, they on that Piff and all that. I mean, songs on SoundCloud, Stacks Ruega, Ruega. I mean, I feel like I could just go ahead and take my time a little bit.
Alright, so DVD era versus now we in the social media era. You come from the DVD era and now you reestablish yourself in the social media era. Explain the transition.
Shit hard, cause back then you ain't had no social media at all. It was all this. It was all if Showtime, if them niggas don't come record me, I ain't gonna make the DVD. Ain't nobody gonna see me. How the fuck they gonna, like, besides MySpace and all that, you know, that music shit wasn't that heavy. I mean, during that era, it wasn't really like, it was heavy, but it wasn't like far as the promotion and all that, the gram and the Twitter and all that shit right now, that shit ridiculous. You could damn near, it's free promotion. You could sell your shit online and all that. You ain't got to pay them niggas that, I mean, make money. You see what I'm saying? That shit all like, shit like that.
Alright, so plug your info where they can find your stuff, where they can get your music and all that.
The real Stacks Ruega. You can find me on my mixtapes at Stacks Ruega, Dat Piff Stacks Ruega, SoundCloud Stacks Ruega. Everything Stacks Ruega. Straight like that.
Alright.
No Twitter, nothing. But you know, shout out to Fully Fame TV, man. Tune in.
Alright, man. Anything else you want to address or let the people know before we get out of here?
No, man. They already, you know, pretty much got the whole, like, everything. You know, just fuck with me, man. Like, just give me a chance. If you ain't never listened to me before this interview, listen to me now. Like, and I guarantee you, 98% of y'all gonna fuck with me. And if you don't, the 2% that ain't gonna fuck with me, ain't gonna fuck with me because it's something they heard or somebody that they know that don't fuck with me. But, you know, we can keep it moving and all that. I mean, I ain't got no rap. Fully Fame TV, man. Everything's a go Richard Hart.
Alright, man. We signing out, man. Stacks Ruega, Fully Fame TV, man. We out.
My nigga.